Good morning, students. I am starting a new topic, algebraic equations, a revision of your 6th class portion, algebraic equations. This topic is also there in class 7th and in the form of simple equations. Simple equations is there. So understand what are algebraic equations. We'll do the basics of it, understand the sums, and then you will be able to do class 7th chapter very easily. Let us begin now. Let us start. For example, they said suppose Amina asked Sarla to think of a number. She says, now you think of a number, multiply that number by 4. So let us suppose she thinks of a number, say let the number, we do not know what the number, let the number be x. She says now multiply it by 4. So she multiplies it by 4. Add 5 to the number. She adds 5 to the number. She tells her now, Sarla, what is the result of your answer? She says it's 65. Suppose she says it's 65. Amina at once tells her, I know what number you thought of. She's saying, what's the number I thought of? She said, the number you thought of is 15. So, Sarla is quite surprised. How did she guess that I thought of the number 15? It is simple. We can form an equation by this. Understand. Suppose Amina told Sarla to think of a number. Let the number be x. She tells her to multiply that number by 4. So x multiplied by 4. And then she tells her add 5 to it. She adds 5 to it. She asks Sarla, give me your result. What answer you get? She said, I get 65. And then she tells her your answer is 15. How? Now understand. X into 4 is 4x plus 5 is equal to 65. 4x is equal to 65 minus 5. 4x is equal to 60. So x is equal to 60 upon 4. X is equal to 15. So it is on the basis of this we can tell what are the answers. This what we form is an algebraic equation. An equation has a left hand side and a right hand side. The equal to sign divides the equation into two parts, the left hand side and the right hand side. This is called an algebraic equation. Why? Because it has variables. It has x or y or z or p or q, etc. That is why they are known as algebraic expression. If we only have numbers, suppose we have only 3 plus 5 minus 11 into 2, etc. These are called numeric equations. Numerical equations with numbers is equal to whatever it is. They are called numerical equations. But here we have algebraic equations. We have algebraic equations having x, y, z, etc. Here in this case, suppose a numeric equation I can give you 8 plus 3 is equal to 11. Now this has a left hand side, this has a right hand side. But all are numericals. So it's called a numerical equation. Whereas the equation which we had written 4x plus 5 is equal to 65. This is an algebraic equation. It is an algebraic equation having variables. These are known as variables. When we do not know any quantity, we take it as x or y or z or a or b or c or p or q, etc. That is why they are called algebraic equations. They have variables as well as constant. Constant are numbers. Whereas in this case, they are only numerical values. This is an equation having a left hand side and right hand side. This is also an equation having a left hand side and right hand side. Because equal to sign divides it into two parts, left hand side and right hand side. But in this case, they are only numbers. it's called a numerical equation. This has variables, it's called an algebraic equation. So this is what you should understand first, what is an algebraic equation. Now, once you've understood what is an algebraic equation, you can make equations of any type. You can make many equations. Suppose they said the cost of a book is 5 more than the cost of a pen. The cost of a book is ₹5 more than the cost of a pen. So in this case, how we make the equation? Let the value of the pen be x. Therefore, the value of the book will be 5 more x plus 5. This is how equations are made. You have to understand this. Equations are made on this basis. So, if the value of the pen is x, or we call x rupees, then the value of the book will be x plus 5 rupees. And if they also tell you the value of the book is ₹20, find the value of the pen. Now the value of the book is x plus 5. We have found out by taking the value of pen as x. So book we got x plus 5. Now they are mentioning it, the value of the book is ₹20. So x plus 5 is equal to 20, because this is the book and this is the value. This is the value of the book and this is the value of the book. Both sides are of the book only. So therefore x is equal to 20. Bring this plus 5. I told you when you transpose, bring from the left hand side to the right hand side, the signs change. When you bring from the right hand side to the left hand side, the signs change. All the variables are kept on the left hand side. All the constants are kept on the right hand side. So when you change from the left hand side to right hand side, the signs change. The signs change. So x is equal to 20 minus 5. X is equal to 15. Now what is x? Pen. So the value of the pen is ₹15. So you can see that an equation can be made using the variables, and we are getting an algebraic equation having a left hand side and a right hand side. I give you an example of Hamina and Sarla also. How an equation is made and how you can find the number. Now we go ahead. Next part. Suppose, so before we go ahead, first you should understand what are algebraic equations. So equations of the form, I just showed you just now, equations of the form x plus 6 is equal to 15, or you can say 3x is equal to 9, or x upon 4 is equal to 11. These are all algebraic equations having a left hand side and a right hand side with a variable. Here it is added, the variable added to a constant is equal to a constant. Here it's multiplied, the variable is multiplied by the numerical. So 3x is equal to 9. Here it is divided, x upon 4 is equal to 11. In each of the three cases we can find the value of x. These are all they are called algebraic equations. Are called algebraic equations. Once you understood what are algebraic equations, then you will know how to make your own equations from the statements which are given there, and also to solve those equations which are given in your 7th class. How to solve them and the more difficult questions with statements. So all these are algebraic equations. If you want to understand how to solve them, you can understand out here. X plus 6 is equal to 15. So x plus 6 is equal to 15. X is equal to 15. As I told you, it is plus 6. It is on the left hand side. Bring all the numbers, the constants one side. Plus 6 will become minus 6. X is equal to 15 minus 6, 9. In the second case, 3x is equal to 9. Now here x is multiplied, the variable is multiplied by 3. When we bring 3 this side, we divide it. Like we got plus this side, it became minus. Multiplied with the variable becomes divided. So x is equal to 9 upon 3. X is equal to 3. In the third case, x upon 4 is equal to 11. Here the number is divided by x. When we bring the constant this side, the number this side, it is multiplied. So x is equal to 11 into 4 because here it is divided with. When you bring it on the right hand side transpose, we multiply. X is equal to 44. So you see these three equations, how they are solved. All these equations, they are called algebraic equations. And we get a solution to each of these equations. Now, since you understood what is an equation, what is an algebraic equation, what is a numerical equation, the difference between algebraic and numeric equation. Now we are only discussing about algebraic equation, we are not discussing about numerical equation. Now we know also what is the left hand side, right hand side, and I explained to you how your equation is made with the help of statements. So we'll do a few questions to understand how to make an equation when statements are given. Suppose you are given a sum. If they say write the following, form an equation from the following statements. The first statement is the sum of 3 times a number, and 11 is 52. The sum of 3 times a number and 11 is 52. How do we make an algebraic equation from this? We do not know what the number is. Let us suppose the number is x. So we write on there, let the number be x. Let the number be x. Now they said the sum of 3 times a number. 3 times a number is x. So 3 times a number is 3x. And the sum of 3 times the number and 11, add 11 to it. Because it is mentioned in the question, the sum of 3 times a number and 11 is equal to 52. Is equal to 52. So we have got an algebraic equation from this. From this statement, we have made an algebraic equation. We can also find the value of this variable which is given the x. Because if we do not know, this is the sum of 3 times the number. What is the number? We can find out the number. As I told you, in this we have the left hand side and we have the right hand side. When we bring numbers from the left hand side to the right hand side or right hand side to the left hand side, I told you the signs change. The signs change. All the variables are kept on the left hand side, all the constants on the right hand side. So let the variable be as it is, 3x is equal to 52. Write it as it is because it is already on the right hand side. Let it be as it is. Bring this 11. It's a constant. Bring it on the right hand side. So plus 11, when we bring it this side, becomes minus 11. So 3x is equal to 52 minus 11 is 41. So x is equal to 41 upon 3. This is how we get your sum. This will be the value of x. Is it clear? You can also divide this and put it in mixed number. Or you can leave your answer here also if it is not dividing. This is your answer. Next question. Take the next sum. If you subtract 5 from 6 times the number 5 from 6 times a number, you get 7. Find the number. If you subtract 5 from 6 times a number, we get 7. Find the number. Let the number be x. As I told you, when we do not know the answer, let the number be x. If you subtract 5 from 6 times the number, so 6 times the number becomes 6x. And you are subtracting 5 from it, minus 5. We get, how much we get? We get 7. So we have formed an algebraic equation with the left hand side and the right hand side. Now we can find the value of this variable. Write 6x as it is equal to 7. As I told you, when you transpose, bring from the left hand side to the right hand side, the signs change. Minus will become plus, plus 5. 6x is equal to 12. So x is equal to 12 upon 6. Why? Because here 6 is multiplied with x. When we bring it this side of the equal sign, it is divided. So x is equal to 2. So from a statement, we have made an equation. This is how you have to learn to make equations from statements and solve it also. This is a revision what we are doing out here of class 6th. There are more difficult sums like this way in class 7th also. So understand how this is done. Next one. Last equation statement sum I'm doing. Then we can do 1/4 of a number is 3 more than the number. 1/4 of a number is 3 more than the number. Let the number be x. I'll write the question first for you so that you'll understand the question. 1/4 of a number is what is the question given? 1/4 of a number is 3 more than 7. Is 3 more than 7. 1/4 of a number is 3 more than 7. Right? This can be written like this way. Let the number be x. Let the number be x. So 1/4 of a number, that becomes 1 upon 4x. Is 3 more than 7? Minus 7 will come here. Or you can also put 3 plus 7. Is 3 more than 7? You can write the statement this way. Or you can also write on 1 upon 4x is equal to 3 more than 7. So 7 plus 3 or 3 plus 7. It is 3 more than 7. Either this or this, both are right. Both are right. You can write the algebraic equation this way, or you can write it this, because 1/4 of a number is 3 more than 7. So 7 plus 3. You can do it this way. That becomes 1 upon 4x is equal to 10. So 1x is equal to 10 into 4, because when we cross multiply, I told you when it's divided out here, the number is multiplied. So x is equal to 40. Same way we solve this side also, we get same way. 1 upon 4x is equal to 3 plus 7. Minus 7 begins here, plus 7. 1 upon 4x is equal to 10. So x is equal to 10 into 4, which is equal to 40. So both sides you can write this way or this way, both the algebraic equations are correct. Have you understood how to make algebraic equations? Good. Now we come to solving equations. How to solve algebraic equations which are given there to find the values. If we are given out here, no, sorry, not that we will do now, how to write the algebraic equations in statement form. how to write the algebraic equation in a statement form. Suppose you are given an algebraic expression p plus 4 is equal to 5. P plus 4 is equal to 5. So in this case, you have to write the equation for this. What do you write? A number added to 4 gives 5 or is 5 is equal to 5. A number, the number is p, you can mention a number p added to 4 gives 5 or is 5, which means the same thing. Take the next one. You can take the next one. X minus 5 is equal to 9. X minus 5 is equal to 9. How do we write this equation? We can write this equation as taking away 5 from a number x gives 9. Taking away 5 from a number, or you can say subtracting 5 from a number. Taking away or subtracting, which mean the same thing. You can write taking away or you can write subtracting 5 from a number. Whenever we write from a number, in subtraction the number after from is always written first. That's why x will come. From a number. So that's why x minus 5 taking away. You can also write, instead of taking away, you can write subtracting 5 from a number x gives us 9 is equal to 9. So statements are made accordingly. What the equation is, from that we get the statement. What the equation is, we get the statement. 1 to more equations to write statements. Then we go to solving the sums. Take the next one. 3n plus 7 is equal to 1. 3n plus 7 is equal to 1. In this case, a number n multiplied by 3 added to 7 gives 1. You can write the statement this way. Or 7 added to 3 times the number gives 1. Any way you can. So 7 added to 3 times a number n is equal to is 1. So 7 added to 3 times the number n gives us 1 or is equal to 1. Last statement, we have m upon 5 minus 2 is equal to 6. Can you make the statement from this? I have already showed you how to write a subtraction statement. In a subtraction statement, this will come after from. So we write here, subtracting 2 from a number divided by 5 gives us 6. Subtracting 2 from a number divided by 5. Also you can write subtracting 2 from 1/5 of a number, 1/5 of a number m is 6. So subtracting 2 from 1/5 of a number. I told you the number after from in subtraction is written first. So 1/5 means 1 upon 5 m is equal to 6. So here we have done now what are equations, what are algebraic equations, what are numerical equations, how statements are made, how we find the value of the variable, how we transpose from the left hand side to right hand side. The numbers are kept one side, the constant, the variables are kept one side, constants one side, and then we solve it, we get the variable. And how to form equations when statements are given, and how to form statements when equations are given. So all this we explained today. We go ahead now to a few more questions. Take the next one. Now solving the sums. Now we come to the next part is solve the following. Suppose you are given a sum, say 3n minus 2 is equal to 46. Take the next sum, 20p upon 3 is equal to 40. These are the two equations, solving them. As I told you, this is an algebraic equation having the left hand side and right hand side, a variable n. Keep the variables on the left hand side, all the constants should come on the right hand side. So 3n is equal to 46, let the 46 be as it is because it is already on the right hand side, minus 2, bringing this and becomes plus 2. 3n is equal to 48, so n is equal to 48 upon 3, dividing it 16. So we got the value of n is 16. Take the next equation, 20p upon 3 is equal to 40. So 20p is equal to 40 into 3, cross multiply here. So 20p is equal to 4 3s are 120. So p is equal to 120 upon 20, because here it is multiplied with the variable. When we bring the number this side, we divide it. Here it is divided, we bring the number this side, multiplied. So p is equal to 6. This is how we solve algebraic equations and get the solution to the variable. I hope it's clear, students. I have explained the beginning of this. Then we go on to more difficult sums tomorrow. I hope you understood. Practice all these sums. Do all these sums in your copy. Just by looking at the video, you will not understand. You have to have your paper, copy and pen and do these sums. Note down all these sums and also practice a few more sums from your 6th class book or 7th class book, no problem. Because if you are able to do it, that means you've understood this algebraic equations. Tomorrow we'll go on to more difficult questions. Thank you, students. Have a great day.